welcome everybody to another Metroid Prime Randomizer tournament race. Today we've got Tryrex67 versus Death King 2. Gonna get them off in the race time, and the restream should pick up shortly. For this race today, they are doing just standard tourney settings. No runner's agreements for this one. Domo Dardis. That would be interesting. And the runners are off. Alright, first thing we're going to see from both runners is a trick called Space Jump First. Going to use the scan visor to do a little dash over to the ledge. Allows you to get the alcove item with only scan visor. Both runners having a little bit of trouble with it. And there you go, Tryrex gets it. And we've got bombs and alcoves. Interesting. You see Boost Ball under the ship there. Alright, with bombs, bombs by itself doesn't really unlock anything, so both runners are going to be heading into Chozo Ruins now. We'll be going to the Hive Totem to get the next progression item. As far as what the progression is, it could be Space Jump, could be Morph Ball, could be missiles. I think those are the three big ones. See, grapple in the half pipe and an E tank. I want to say an E tank on Vault Ledge. And then looks like just a missile on grapple ledge there. And looks like missiles and nursery there. We've got Morph Ball on Hive Totem. Okay, so that means the logic is a little trolly so far. So that means they're going to have to go back to landing site for the boost ball to get the grapple in the half pipe for, I would assume, main missile launcher on grapple edge. Or actually, they have bombs, so they can check the gallery tunnel here. This might just be the missile launcher. Or it's space jump boots. So yeah, still could be main missile launcher here in nursery or on the grapple edge, we'll see. There's a missile expansion for Tryrex. Not the logical missiles, but you know, they are still able to use the expansion. Be a little careful with the scarabs there. They can do a ton of damage. Tryrex grabbing an E-tank on the vault ledge. Gonna go check what vault is. Death King has their missile and is choosing to go back for the looks like gallery missile wall and transport access north checks. And that is Varia suit in the vault for Tryrex. Death King unfortunately triggering the Hive Mecha fight there. So with Morph Bombs, Morphin Bombs, Varia, and Space Jump, yes, they could indeed go to Fendrana. Death King did pick up the Space Jump in the Gallery Tunnel. Tryrex going to save here, maybe thinking about warping to start to do the early Talon checks. And looks like that's what they're doing. And Death King coming out of the Hive Mecha fight with 1 health. And unfortunately no health drops from the boxes there. Tryrex, meanwhile, back in landing site, gonna pick up the boost ball here behind the ship. And is now going towards the frigate crash site. Yeah, well, there's also an E-tank on the vault ledge, so as long as they don't get hit by a beetle on the way out, they should be fine. I did not see what was in Frigate Crash Site, and I don't believe Tryrex got it, so I'm assuming just a missile. Death King now picking up the Varia suit. Gonna have to play it a little careful with the beetles here. Gets a couple of 10 health drops. And it's also going to get the E-Tank on the ledge here, which will just be a free refill. Tryrex, meanwhile, heading into the Artifact Temple. We'll see what the item is there. And they'll also be able to grab their hints. Death King picking up the grapple and the half pipe there. And Tryrex getting some more missiles in the Artifact Temple there. And just nothing item in the lower ruined shrine there. Missiles on the Morph Ball pedestal. And an artifact in upper ruined shrine. So with that grapple, Varia allows them to go into Magmor. There are several checks in there that they can get. Grapple could be hinting at either Root Cave or Magma Pool. Depends on, if we see X-Ray or main power bombs. Yes, the L jump to the vault ledge is in logic. Tryrex grabbing the item in Transport Tunnel B now and gets rewarded with X-Ray Visor. Death King now heading towards the Gathering Hall and Watery Hall area. I don't believe either runners grabbed the missile on Grapple Edge. That very well could be the logical missiles. And just a missile expansion in the lower dynamo check. It could be a couple of options. I think it's most likely the grapple edge there. But with the L jump up to the vault ledge, To get the Varia missile launcher could very well be in, Magmor and beyond. Tryrex picking up their first artifact in the Upper Ruin Shrine check. Tryrex grabbing the grapple here. Death King now heading towards Zoid. Looked like Tryrex was thinking about Magma Pool, but without power bombs, can't get the Magma Pool item or wave to proceed into Training Chamber access and Training Chamber. Just a nothing item behind Zoid. See if Tryrex goes for the underwater slope jump, which is in logic on these settings. And sees the spider ball and is going for it. And just a missile on Zoid, so Zoid not having too much today. Tryrex having a little bit of trouble there. So it looked like they were sloping up against the wall, which is gonna limit your height. It'll slow down your momentum. To do that slope jump effectively, you want to be kind of backed away from that ledge a little bit, and then you'll slope off of the wall to the right, and then pull away from the wall, and that should get you enough height to get up there. And looks like Tryrex is going back for it. Death King, meanwhile, heading into the upper furnace area. Gonna look at what the upper furnace item is. Looks like just a missile. lower furnace is also missiles. And Tryrex getting a slope jump. Nicely done. And with that spider ball, surprised they're not going back for the upper dynamo check. Now, I realize there's one thing I haven't talked about yet, which is new, a couple of new things for this round. So with round 3, we have updated to Randomania 3.1, which has added a competitive cutscene removal preset. So some cutscenes that don't affect gameplay in any way are removed to just speed up certain parts of the game. Death King now getting their boost ball. And another thing that we have is to delay the artifact placement. So we have it set to artifacts are placed after 6 actions, and essentially what this means is that the artifacts tend to be a little bit more spread out than they have been. So less likely to see a front-loaded Chozo with artifacts. And in addition to that, the updates also brought some new logic and some bug fixes. So should start to see a little bit more variety in these seeds. Death King now heading into the Artifact Temple. I don't believe Tryrex has looked at the hints yet. We'll see if Death King chooses to. Now, as far as some of the cutscenes included, Energy Core is one of them. Which is probably one of my favorite cutscenes to skip. Makes this room so much faster. The Death King now climbing Root Cave here. They don't know it yet, but once they get the X-ray in Transport Tunnel B, This will be in logic. And just a missile expansion, so nothing too useful. And Death King, first player, going to be heading out of Chozo and Talon into Magmor. Oh, and we're getting an artifact hints check. Ice Ruins East, Security Cave, Plasma Processing, Research Core, Great Tree Chamber. So, not too bad. Alright, Death King now heading into Magmor here. Just a nothing item on the lower Fiery Shores check. Looks like a missile in Shore Tunnel. And Tryrex getting Ice Beam in the upper Dynamo check. Death King unfortunately has not picked up Spider Ball. So they are going to have to backtrack for that. Death King checking Transport Tunnel A here. And some more missiles. So that is considered a beginner slope jump. So as long as those missiles on Grapple Edge are indeed the missile launcher, then everything the runners are doing is in logic. I believe that is another beam in Triclops pit, and it is plasma. Tryrex now checking Root Cave. Death King will be heading into the storage cavern now. And an E-Tank in storage cavern here. So Ice was upper Dynamo. Tryrex checking artifacts here. And just missiles and lava lake here. And Death King looks like they're gonna head back into Chozo now. Or could just be taking the safety save here. So Death King heading back into Chozo. We'll see what they decide to do. Maybe going back for that spider ball, or could also be thinking Flagra as well. Tryrex going for the Warrior Shrine check. And looks like Death King is going for the Flagra play. Tryrex picking up the Plasma and Triclops pit there. Death King using a little standable terrain exploit to jump to the outside of the bomb slots. Allows you to bypass shooting the little dishes around the room. Tryrex sees the missile in Lava Lake and decides to turn around. the Plasma Beam and Spider, they can get quite a few checks in the Rano around the shorelines area. So I'd imagine that's where they're heading to now. Death King finishing up Lagra. I couldn't tell through the cutscene very well, but I think it's just a missile. And it is indeed. And Death King going for early wild here. They just might not be comfortable with that slope jump. And there is Wave Beam in the behind the ice and shorelines. Yeah, it could be. Defeating Flagra will make it so the water is not poisonous. So you essentially get an infinite number of tries for that slope jump. Tryrex now heading into the Chozo Ice Temple. Power Bomb expansion in the Chozo Ice Temple. And Death King is indeed now going for the slope jump. I want to say just missiles on Chapel of the Elders. It can be hard to tell with the restring quality here. And Death King gets the slope jump, nicely done. Going to be going to back to the upper dynamo check. We'll be rewarded with the ice beam. Tryrex getting artifact number 2 in Ice Ruins East behind the ice there. And Death King gets their ice beam. Tryrex now climbing Ice Ruins West here. Going into Thundrana Canyon now. And Death King choosing to go into Farchozo, which Tryrex did not do. And, well, that answers the missile launcher question. Missile launcher in Ice Ruins West. And Tryrex getting supers in Ruined Courtyard there. So Plasma Beam wasn't technically missile locked, so you can break the pillar in the Triclops pit with just Charge Beam. Tryrex now entering labs here. Meanwhile, Death King doing Farchozo, finding a power bomb expansion in the Elder Chamber there. Yeah, if required mains was the thing, it would definitely be interesting. Or it's finding just a nothing item and Hydra there. Death King was going for the bomb jump to skip the wait slot. Now, required mains are not currently an option for Metroid Prime 1. Maybe in the future. Tryrex now climbing the observatory. And just a missile expansion in the observatory here. Death King back in Talon, going to head to the frigate crash site. Tryrex, meanwhile, going to pick up the item here in Control Tower, and it is E-Tank number 4. Now, looking back at the artifacts, with the equipment the Tryrex has, they are all accessible. So the big thing runners are going to be looking for at this point is going to be the phase-on suit. Tryrex is going to pick up artifact number 3 here and research more. Just a missile expansion and antechamber. Tryrex is in Arthrodrana now. Gonna pick up an artifact in Security Cave, and we'll see what else. Death King heading into Life Grove. Like an energy tank in the Life Grove tunnel. Tryrex going to be checking quarantine monitor here. And Tryrex choosing to do Thardist. Death King having a little bit of trouble with the R-jump to get out of there. So Wave Beam was in shorelines behind the ice. the artifact from Great Tree Chamber here. Death King now going for bar skip. And that'll start us down for Tryrex. And just a missile. Tryrex now heading back into Far From Drama. Death King going into phase-on mines here. Unfortunately, the opening to main quarry is wave locked, so they are going to have to turn around. Just an E-Tank in Frost Cave for Tryrex. Gonna skip it. Death King meanwhile going for a gravityless Hydra access tunnel. Tryrex finding a power bomb expansion in storage cave. Tryrex picking up artifact number 4 in security cave. And Death King gets out. Nicely done. Tryrex now entering into the gravity chamber here. And it's just an E-tank, probably gonna bypass that. Death King with a warp to start. Hopefully thinking going into Phendrana is the play, which Tryrex grabbing the E-tank in lower gravity chamber. Now they can get out of here without gravity. Just it's a few tricky slope jumps. Death King going to check Arbor Chamber here, just finding a missile. Death King, meanwhile, is back in Magmore. Probably going to make the Phendrana play now. could also check Upper Fiery Shores. I don't believe we've seen either runner do that, as they didn't have power bombs the first time coming through here. Death King going for a scan dash here to get to the Warrior Shrine. And Tryrex, unfortunately, has forfeited from the race. Does not know how to get out of Gravity Chamber. And they have indicated that they have not saved in a very long time. Very unfortunate. So Tryrex is in lower gravity chamber without gravity, and they are unaware of the slope jumps to get out. And they have not saved in a long time, so an unfortunate soft lock there. Death King now heading into Pendrana, gonna find their wave beam in Shorelines. Death King now getting their wave beam. And just a missile expansion in the lighthouse. Death King now climbing Chozo Ice Temple. Death King picking up the Powerbomb expansion in Chozo Ice Temple there. Going to be going into Chapel of the Elders. He's just a missile in Chapel of the Elders, gonna choose to move on. Death King now heading to Ice Ruins East. Gonna be getting their third artifact. And the other check is just a missile expansion. That's artifact number 3 for Death King. I believe the only check in Vendrana that we did not see from Tryrex is the upper gravity chamber. Other than that, Vendrana not having much other than Wave Beam, and then supers in Ruin Courtyard with which Death King should be getting here soon. So Tryrex is in the bottom of Gravity Chamber without gravity, and they don't know the slope jumps, so they have unfortunately forfeited from the race. Gravity Chamber was just an E-Tank, so nothing too useful. Death King now seeing that their main missile launcher was in Ice Ruins West. Death King going to be picking up supers here in Courtyard. So yeah, runners can watch videos to learn tricks during a race. That's not prohibited. Death King now in Lab, Hydra. I don't remember what was here, but not much of use in labs. Nothing item in Hydra here. Death King now doing the observatory puzzle. Death King getting the missile and observatory. Gonna be heading into control tower now. Going to inch out of the door here and climb up some standable terrain to be able to jump over the fight trigger. Nicely done. Death King picking up E-Tank number 5 in control tower here. Gonna be heading into a research lab Aether now, which I believe was just 2 missile expansions. Death King now in the research core, gonna pick up artifact number 4. Death King now heading into Far Fandrana. Just an E-Tank in Frost Cave. Death King's gonna go ahead and move on. Death King using some standable terrain here to get up onto this branch and can just jump to this platform. So yeah, Asger is correct. You cannot jump after using grapple. Death King having a little bit of trouble getting to that platform. Now there is another platform right behind them here that they can use instead. And gets it. Gonna be checking the storage cave here, get a power bomb expansion. Death King now heading towards the upper part of Gravity Chamber, so we'll get to see what that is. And upper Gravity Chamber is just a missile. Death King sees the E-Tank is not going to go for it. Death King now making their way back up Frozen Pike here to get back to the Far From Drawn elevator. Going to be picking up E-Tank number 6 in transport access here. Going to be going towards Stardust and Quarantine Monitor. Quarantine Monitor with the missile, and see if they choose to do Stardust. And looks like it. Unfortunately, only going to get awarded with a missile, I believe, on Carcass. based on what we've seen, I think it's a fair assumption that both gravity and phazon are in the phazon mines. Now we do have a couple of checks in Magmor still. Haven't checked plasma processing, but that is an artifact or workstation. Could be. There are a few checks in Chozo we haven't seen. I think it's most likely mines, but yeah, we haven't seen Tower Chamber, haven't seen Magma Pool, haven't seen Training Chamber Access, haven't seen Training Chamber. So there's a few checks, but definitely going to mines where they haven't checked anything yet. You know, I definitely agree that going for the density is probably the better choice. Death King now going to grab their artifact in plasma processing here. Death King trying to use a slope jump there to get up to the top. Just goes ahead and resorts to the spider ball there. And Death King picking up their final artifact in plasma processing here. And Death King now entering mines from the PPC elevator. Death King now going to check the Phazon Processing Center here, unfortunately falling to the bottom. Gonna have to climb back up. And with Plasma Processing checked, gets to also deal with the Beam Pirates here. Death King choosing to dip into PCA from the back to see what it is. Looks like just a missile. So Tryrex went into lower gravity chamber without gravity, and unfortunately does not know the slope jumps to get out. And they hadn't saved, since near the beginning of the game. Death King, meanwhile, is just on the Phazon hunt. So it is possible, but they are fairly difficult slope jumps. You have to have a good understanding of how underwater slope jumps work to be able to do gravity chamber. Just a nothing item in Elite Control Access here. Death King heading up towards the front part of mines. Death King using the grapple beam here to get up to Storage Depot B. And that is Ice Spreader. Not a necessary item, but, some runners like to have it for the exo fight. Death King looked like they were going for the waste disposal to get back to main quarry, unfortunately falling down. I think they're just going to press on to elite research. Now, what Death King is going for here is what we call an infinite boost clip. So if you get stuck in the wall there, you'll boost enough to gain enough speed to clip through the wall. Death King now going to be taking on the Phazon Elite. Death King needs to be really careful here with their health. Not killing the... Actually have the Power Pirate, Calvin, jump down from the top. Able to save it, but cutting it a little close there on the health. Death King is down to 19 health now. Needs to be very careful. Unfortunately, only getting a 10 there. It'll help a little bit, but not exactly what they were looking for. Death King now is pretty safe in this room. Gonna be climbing up to see what the laser wall is. And looked like just a nothing item. So Death King gonna move on. Still gotta play it very careful. Getting back to main quarry. So if you are close enough with X-Ray, you can tell the difference between a nothing item and a suit. Death King needs to be very careful here, the Wave Pirate. Down to 7 health. Yeah, it can be tough to tell, but it is possible if you're close enough with the X-Ray. Death King, unfortunately, taking a death there. And back in Chozo Ruins. Is in Far Chozo, so Death King will be missing Wave and most of the artifacts. So at this point, Death King has not visited Phendrana, so we've got Shorelines, we've got Security Cave, we've got Ice Ruins East, and we've got Plasma Processing. But there's at least 4 artifacts that they have not collected. Trying to think of the other ones. One was Ruined Shrine. So, I was just saying that they don't have Wave Beam, so any of the artifacts from early Phendrana and beyond are not collected. Now, the only major item Death King needs to recollect is the Wave Beam. And then other than that, it is artifacts, so they should be able to get back to where they were fairly quickly. Yeah, so I was saying anything past Wave Beam, so I counted Ice Ruins East, Security Cave, Plasma Processing, so it might just be 3 actually. I'm trying to remember what the other ones were. Yeah, so he may just only be missing 3. Oh yes, Research Core, that's right. Yeah, I know one was Ruined Shrine. I can't remember the other one. And Death King now leaving the front of Phendrana is gonna gun it for the plasma processing artifact, and then probably dip Barf and Drana from the workstation elevator. And being that it's in Research Core and Security Cave, for the other two, definitely a good choice. Death King having a little bit of trouble with the Argent there. And gets it. There is also a little pillar. Standable small, but it does put you closer. And Death King recollecting artifact number 4. Death King not having any luck with the boxes, not getting any health drops. As far as I know, space jump's required. I don't know if core climb is possible with bombs. It might be. Yeah, so based on the database, it does look like it's possible, but it is hyper mode level bomb jumps. And that's why I was questioning it, because it seems like some of those platforms are fairly, like, pretty far apart. I guess we do have max percent no space jump, right? Yeah, that is right. My bad. It's just extremely difficult. I just think I'm going to be picking up the Powerbomb expansion again here in Storage Cave. Unfortunately falling down here. And Death King making it up to Security Cave, recollecting artifact number 5. Just has research core left. Death King climbing up the frozen pike there, gonna enter Research Core from the back and recollect artifact number 6. Death King now caught back up on item progression. Gonna be climbing back up Frozen Pike here to get to the work station elevator and re-enter mines. I don't believe Death King recollected supers. I think they grabbed the artifact from early Fendrana and then went back into Magmore. So Death King back in mines. See if they choose to take the same route as before, or see if maybe they change their mind and go to lower mines instead. Now, only having 2 power bombs total and having 0 available, gonna need to rely on some drops. The crates here at the top of this room, I believe, have a pretty good chance to drop power bombs. As do the crates in Security Access A, in the very front of mines. I thought I saw a nothing item. You can have... I've seen some nothing items that have some purple colors to it as well, so... I think either way, it's not too useful. Death King finishing up the cloak drone there. Just a missile in the maze, but I wouldn't be surprised if they do it and take the safety save here. And didn't look like a great maze there. Yeah, and these boxes are guaranteed power bomb drops. I think most of the time you can get, I think 3 is very common. You get a group of 2 on one side of the crates, and then on the other side you'll get 1. Death King and AQA now getting grabbed by the Metroid. Was able to stay on the platform at first, but then got bopped off. Gonna just take care of the Metroids, make it easier. And looks like just a missile in MQA. Just a nothing item in Funkle Hall access here. Dead King just not choosing to check Phazon Mining Tunnel, but being that they only need Phazon, makes sense. Checking from the Hall B here, and what do you know? There's Phazon Suit. I've seen it in Fungal Hall B so many times it kind of doesn't surprise me at this point that Phazon's there. Yeah, seems like it. You could just do, you know, warp to start from the MQB save station and then just do ship save. I think maybe they mistook it for the save station. Because they did open the map and go find it. Yeah, there's probably not a ton of people that run, you know, a lot of the very high settings. But there are runners out there. I personally like harder difficulty settings, but not like max, so I play on advanced, which is kind of the lower echelon of the higher difficulties. And Death King now heading into the Ridley fight. Going to be starting off with charged plasma shots here. Death King using an exploit there where Ridley is weak to Boost Ball, and Boost Ball does 50,000 damage per frame. So it allows Death King to skip the other flying phases and go straight to the ground phase. And Death King finishing with Ridley, nicely done. Death King gonna take the safety save here at the crater entry point. Nicely done on the Phase Encore climb. Getting grabbed by one of the Fission Metroids here. Able to stay on the platform and not fall down there. Death King now entering the Metroid Prime fight, so starting with the exoskeleton here. Exo is vulnerable to each of the 4 different beam types based on the color, and there are 4 subchambers. So in subchamber 1, we've got power and wave in any order. Subchamber 2 adds ice. Subchamber 3 adds plasma, and then subchamber 4 is a free-for-all, so Exo can choose to speed up a little bit, can dash at any time, can change beam vulnerabilities at any time. Subchamber 2 starting off with wave. Not the best beam to start off with. Death King getting an ultra drop there. And 2 ultra drops, very nice. Able to regain some of the health that they had lost. Exo being a bit trolly here and got clipped by a one of the plasma arms. He's gonna have to be careful now. As long as they can finish Exo, they should be fairly safe for the Essence fight. It's very likely that Game will get a couple of ultra drops. And Exo is down. So Death King in the Essence right now, doing what are called attack cancels here. They look a little quick, but essentially what attack cancels are is, so Essence has a, oh, and getting full skipped, unfortunate. So Essence has, or it looked like full skip. No, it's just switching phases. Misread that. So essentially, Essence has a set number of attacks before laying the next pull. So doing the attack cancels here allows Essence to lay the next pull a little bit faster. should be the last pool for Death King. And Death King has finished with a race time.gg time of 2:31:33. GG's. And we are joined by Death King 2. Hello.
Hey.
GG's.
Well, good is something else, but thanks, yeah. Damn. Why did I have to die at the end?
Yeah, it's a little unfortunate.
Yeah. But I mean, it was more unfortunate for Tryrex with a soft lock.
Yeah, that's very unfortunate. Getting stuck in a lower gravity chamber, not knowing the slope jumps to get out.
Ah, that's bad. It's really
They are
annoying
tricky
if you
slope
don't know
jumps.
it. What?
Yeah.
Sorry?
They're very tricky slope jumps.
Yeah.
Sure.
At the first time I did this, I needed around 50 minutes to get out. So, yeah, I understand why Tryrex did forfeit. But,
Yeah.
if that wouldn't happen, it's definitely Tryrex win. So, I can't really be happy about this way I won.
Well, so thoughts on the seed in general?
Except for a Pacer suit, it was kind of nice. Though I got, not baited, but trolled by the wave beam again. 3 times in a row or something. It's always when I'm near Fendrana and I think, yeah, maybe later. Maybe next time I should go there.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, it's all about gambles. You kind of you pick and choose what you want to do. Sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah.
And how about that? How about that missile launcher in Ice Ruins West?
Yeah.
Interesting. Definitely without require mains being an option right now.
Yeah.
You had plenty of missile expansions to go do other checks, but I think logically the early routing would have been interesting if require mains was a thing.
Oh yeah. Also, I haven't watched now the credits, so we would have needed to get the gravity suit still, so... Oh, there it is.
Yep, so I see main power bombs and elite research and training chamber for gravity suit.
Damn. That would have been a really bad seed if you would need the mains. Really bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, but at least I did some tricks I haven't done before in this race, so it's not that bad for me today.
Yeah, nice.
If I just forget the death. So
Yeah. All right. I think I'm gonna start wrapping things up here. So I'm going to post some commands in chat. Go ahead and follow the runners, Tryrex67 and Death King 2. Big shout outs to my tracker, Das Nasu. I am sorry if I butcher the pronunciation. I will try and learn it.
Hi from the tracker here.
You can.
Pretty good pronunciation actually. But I would prefer Nasu only because das is a German article like the in English.
I do know that German translation. I've taken a little bit of German. My family is
Oh, okay.
European.
Okay.
explains a lot.
But I have also posted a link to the bracket and the schedule for the upcoming matches. I do know we've got a match at 7 p.m. Eastern today. Let me pull up the schedule so I can actually tell you. So we have Op82 versus Arrow Razor at 7 p.m. on SpeedGaming. And then at 10 p.m., we have Uncle Reggie versus Elias Thompson on SpeedGaming 2. And then plenty more matches coming in the upcoming days. And then also within that link is a link to the Discord. So if you're thinking about getting into the randomizer, feel free to join the Discord. A lot of helpful people there in the community. And other than that, I think that'll be it for this episode. And thanks for joining us. My name's Sasquatch, and we will see you next mission.